action.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little touch you do.
Oh, and that changes everything. And down.
This bout is scheduled.
Expectations are sky high. They ring the bell, and here we go. Just missed with that jab. That hook was off target. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're gonna punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
That one will count. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. No rest for the weary.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That counter shot lands. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little touch you do.
Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knock. And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over. Missing with the hook. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. No rest for the weary.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The jab doesn't quite connect. Jab slightly off target. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He is down big time in the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Caught him. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Both want the knockout. They exchange punches. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Beautiful counter shot. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
And he scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Touching him up again. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for this.
Will the referee step in? To beat the count there.
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Perfect counter lands. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Can't score with that jab. Good counter punch. Catch and shoot. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe to toe, heart for heart. You know, mano a mano, they're letting the shots go.
Perfect counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. An eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action. There's the bell to start the round. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
That hook just can't find the target. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point. When are we going to see a jab from these two?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Because they're so big, because they can push, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire, because somebody's going to get hurt, and someone's got to react.
This is a high-octane, very close round with 10 seconds to go. The time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you get...
They ring the bell and here we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
He knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And at some point, the corner has to say you're done. Thought for a second of getting out of trouble, but now he's right back in the phone booth.
What's caught sleeping on the job? What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to throw yourself.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. So close with that uppercut. Just misses with that uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we know you've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the tournament's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
And there's the bell to start the round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable at middleweight.
Both men step back for just a moment. Solid punch. Nice counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Todd? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Nice counter shot. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. This is one of the best rounds I've seen. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hot...
Back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Oh, he's up. I'd be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Perfect punch. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just... Gentlemen, a knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That is good.